What is going down, Niner Faithful? It's Niner J49 coming back with, just ate. Hold on. Another breaking NFL news segment. Now, this news came out way earlier today, probably around 12 o'clock, but I was in school all day, didn't really have time to, make this video. So, anyways, and I think that's where I'm going to start making my videos now because I've seen a lot of comments. Before I get into the video, sorry about that. You guys can skip if you don't want to hear, but I've seen a lot of people in my comment section say something about this Colts scarf I have on my door thing. Well, I got that at a Colts game back in 2012 when I went. It was free, and they were handing them out, and I was like, that actually, it's not a bad little scarf. It could be like a decoration from a room, but as you guys can see right there, that's a Gronk, that's a Gronk fat head. There's a Darrelle Revis fat head right there. This is hard. Right there. There's a Luke Kuechly right next to him. You guys won't be able to see it. There's like a Sammy Watkins, Joe Hayden, Derek Carr, Andrew Luck. There's a Kaepernick fat head back there. That's a Kaepernick one, and then that's an Andy Dalton. So this room's just like footballed out. That's a poster of all the NFL teams. So that's why there's so much. That's why people are saying, what's up with the Colts scarf in the back? Well, this room's just decked out in football. There is more Niner stuff, though. I have a poster right there. There's a Colin Kaepernick fat head over there. There's a Kid Cave banner thing above my door. So there's a lot of more Niner stuff in my room. You guys just won't be able to see it. But anyways, let's get into the video now. The Denver Broncos have hired former 49ers and former Bears defensive coordinator Vic Fangio to a 4-year deal as a new head coach with a 5th-year option. Best, in my opinion, best hiring yet. Best hiring I've seen from all of these hirings. This is why. Vic Fangio, in my opinion, is the best defensive coordinator in football, right? You have a good defense with the Bears, okay? He's coached in the NFL for 32 years as either a defensive assistant coach, a linebackers coach. He coached the Saints as a linebackers coach back in 84 to 86. He coached the Niners as the defensive coordinator from 2011 to 2014 during the Harbaugh era. During the Harbaugh era, Vic Fangio never had the Niners defense above, or he never had the Niners defense below top 5. Higher than top 5. He's never really, this is what I'm trying to say, it's kind of confusing, but he's never had the defense higher than a top 5 defense or lower than a top 5 defense. He's never had that. He's always had a top 5, really actually a top 3 defense. During his years in San Francisco, he always had the defense at the number 1 spot. It would go back to the number 2 spot, then it kind of switched to the 4 spot. So he's never really had during his San Francisco era where he just never had a defense that was bad. He always had them like top 5 or something along those lines. So this is the thing. He left the Bears to go to the Broncos and serve as their head coach. Gary Kubiak ended up coming back to be the offensive coordinator for the Broncos. If you guys don't know who Gary Kubiak is, he was the head coach who retired due to health issues for the Denver Broncos that ended up retiring. He is the guy who won Super Bowl 50 for the Denver Broncos. That was their head coach. He's coming back to be the offensive coordinator, while, in my opinion, the best defensive coordinator in the league is their head coach. Denver Broncos are going to be a force to be reckoned with. And this is why. The Broncos already have really a decent defense, right? They already have, big-name players like Von Miller, Bradley Chubb, Chris Harris Jr., Brandon Marshall, guys like that. They already have good guys like that on their defense. Now they just hired the best defensive coordinator in the league as their head coach, with their former Super Bowl 50 head coach coming back to serve as the offensive coordinator. This team's going to be very good next season. And get this, back in 2015, at the end of the 2014 season, when Harbaugh decided to leave, San Francisco pretty much fired him because of Balky's dumbass. But Trent Baalke decided to hire Jim Tomsula, the 49ers defensive lineman coach, over Vic Fangio, and Vic Fangio actually wanted the job to be the head coach. He wanted to be the head coach of the Niners, but Trent Baalke decided, well, I'm going to hire the defensive lineman coach because I think that he has more knowledge. So the Niners could have really had Vic Fangio as the head coach, but Baalke decided no, and he decided to hire a defensive lineman coach in Jim Tomsula rather than to hire arguably the best defensive mind in football. I don't get it, but at the end of the day, the Denver Broncos have hired him as their head coach, and this team's going to be very good. I think, in my opinion, the best hiring that I've seen through all the hirings yet. But yeah, good hiring. I do know who's that guy that went to Green Bay. Matt LaFleur. I don't know how you say it. Matt LaFleur, I think. But I thought he was actually the best hired coach that ended up getting hired in the NFL. But then Vic Fangio goes to Denver, and it's just like, wow, like he's a head coach now, and he is the best defensive mind in football. Like, this Broncos team is going to be very good with Vic Fangio and Gary Kubiak coming back. So we'll see how it pans out. But I think second to best hiring, other than the Vic Fangio hiring, in my opinion, was the best, was probably the Green Bay hiring with Matt LaFleur. And then Matt LaFleur, I think that's how you say it. I don't know. But Matt LaFleur, and then probably goes down. I'll probably put Bruce Arians up there as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers head coach. So Denver Broncos hire Vic Fangio as their new head coach. Great move. He's a hell of a coach, and he finally gets a shot to be a head coach in the NFL. So this team's going to be very good next season under him and Gary Kubiak. So that being said, it's Niners 49, and as always, go Niners.